Hannah, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. So what have you been up to? You've been very busy lately.
Kind of slowly coming out of the pandemic, right? It's been a weird year, I think, for everybody, but we have this show that's kind of able to escape a lot of the things we got to deal with every day, right?
I was very surprised to see the stop motion animation characters. I can't imagine how surprised you were when you watch your character. So can you talk to me a little bit about the process, about how you recorded, about the feelings you felt when you first saw your character, and give me the spiel.
Sure. When I heard that they're baby dolls and they're stop motion, and I saw something a while ago with Steven that kind of expressed this vision, and it blew my mind. I'd never seen anything like that with so much comedy and depth and storytelling all in a show that's like using baby dolls as these adult figures. So very thrilled. And then when I read the scripts, I was just like, this even in a live action is just so suspenseful and so great. But to see it with the baby dolls is so humorous, like Andre, Lady the Giant with Lady Andre with her arm all twisted back and walking around like that. It's just like really charming and endearing and funny and sad, and I loved it. And going in the whole process, we did my voiceovers first, and then I think they were making the dolls, and they intricately placed all the actions of these dolls with our voices together beautifully. And as you saw, like the details in the show are incredible. I mean,
it is
like no CGI, just like I love the smoke in the cars, like little like cotton batting, it's just so creative and so detail oriented. And
so you've been working with Steve Conrad. This is not your first time, right?
Yeah, this is my third time. So we did Patriot together, and then Perpetual Grace, and now Ultra City Smiths. I can't get enough.
Yeah, he loves you, so that's great. So during this pandemic, did you have time for yourself? Did you figure out some other hobbies that, you do a lot of things. You do acting, you also do fashion as well, right? Can you talk to me a little bit about everything you do?
Well, all that got put into hold. I really was a lot of people thrived during the pandemic, and for me, I was just in my cave. I was like, oh no, is the world ending? And like, I just wanted to like speak to my family all the time, and nothing kind of mattered because I got kind of sucked into, oh wow, like, is this the end? And slowly coming out of that.
Right.
And it was really wonderful to do Steven's show during that time, even though it was scary because the pandemic, we didn't know what's happened. Everybody was so COVID, they followed every protocol, so they made it really easy on the actors. And it was wonderful to take me out of that cave of, kind of, you're just like this, listening to the news 7 hours a day. This was me. And it was kind of, I fell into this hole of what do I do and what's going to happen? And so a lot of the creative stuff kind of, got put on hold. And now it's, now I'm getting back to things and doing more writing and writing a couple of features right now that I'm working on, and maybe getting back into singing. I don't know. Maybe
Oh my God! Really? Can we expect that soon?
Soon, maybe you'll expect something. It might be something you guys totally don't expect, which is great. But I'm really excited about this project that's going to come out with the singing. But more to come, and I'm really happy. Everybody's been looking healthy and fantastic, and I just hope that we keep bringing everything back and everybody just feeling the life again.
So with the singing, do you know what genre are you gonna
I do know what genre, but I want to keep it on the suspense.
Oh, you're good at that. if you had to go back in time and you would have to give yourself an advice, like being like to become a mentor for yourself, now that you learned the ups and downs in this career, what advice would you have given yourself 10 years ago, 20 years ago?
Sure. There would be quite a bit, because I go back in my head all the time. And one of the main things I would say is to follow your heart and your mind of the creative process. Because a lot of times the business process filters in, or somebody says, it can be great if you changed everything creative about it. And I would do that because my business mind goes, absolutely. And then you're stuck with something that you kind of start to really have bad feelings for, that, you know, started off as something wonderful, and then you just become resentful. So I think in order to not have that resentment, you just stick with what you really feel is what you want to do, and keep that alive, keep that going. And no matter what people kind of say, because once you get to where it is you want, now you've become the thing people are saying, you should do what she did. Whereas before they're just like, you should do what everybody else does, but then there's no kind of new idea, I guess. And although, you know, there's technically no such thing as new ideas in some fields, there's always your take, right? So that take and how you view things is wonderful. Doesn't mean you have to write about you or do anything about you, but how do you feel about certain things and all that? I guess that, as also you get older, you kind of, you know, you tend to kind of be like, you know, but when you're younger, you just want to do. So I guess that would be my advice to myself, would be like, stop thinking about business stuff and like really just focus on what is going to make your passion work, because the business things will always, you know, filter in there some way.
And this is a tough business to be in. You gotta keep yourself in.
You got to. And you know, like, there's so many things that people want you to follow, and it's really hard when you're creative to do those things, because it's kind of like, those are the exact things I don't like to do. So it's that kind of balance, I think you gotta do, you know. But
thank you, Hana.
That's not just with acting. I mean, that's with every sort of like
career.
Yeah, I think so. Like even the music I'm gonna do, like I really don't want that to affect that, because I really want this to be super special, and sometimes that side gets kind of muddled, and it's like